I am so tired of this. This ends now. Welcome back to the channel.
In today's episode, we're going to be doing some garden prep for spring. Unfortunately, it's also medication time. But on the bright side, it is Walpurgis, so we get to burn stuff. I have not been doing good flare-up wise lately, and it's about that time. It's medication time.
I always hate this part.
Every 2 weeks, I have to give myself a shot of Hyremoz to lower my immune system. This is because Crohn's disease, which I have, is an autoimmune disorder where my immune system basically kicks my intestines' ass.
So it's hold it in, click, wait till the yellow fluid gets through, and then release. Ah, damn it.
Obviously, this is meant to knock my immune system out, but the side effect is I have a nasty cold now, just coughing like crazy. At least I can be outside and enjoy the weather a little bit.
Those of you that know me know that I am notoriously bad at getting in touch with healthcare at the point where I should. So this recent flare-up probably started around maybe 2 months ago with my Crohn's, and now I am home. A lot of testing and stuff, back and forth to the hospital. Today we're waiting to hear from the doctor to see what they want to do. I told David, I'm sitting under this parasol. It's nice to enjoy the spring, but I'm sitting here and I'm kind of feeling like, instead of the whole hot girl summer thing, I'm like sickly Victorian wife kind of feel. Only thing that's missing is a wicker wheelchair.
It was such a beautiful day, we thought, hey, it's time to water stuff. We didn't really need to, though, because this is April, so 20 minutes later, there's hail. But there's still ways of getting things done indoors.
Okay, so what we're gonna do today is get some things started for the garden. David and Elliot picked up some flower seeds for me because I haven't been feeling good and all of that jazz. Not a lot of leaving the house. So a little bit of cabin fever. But the spring warmth is coming, so getting the garden in order is just about time. Hey Bailey. So the first one that we're gonna do is like a mix of different varieties of sunflowers. And we're gonna start all of that into this here inside. What I like about these packets, and what I thought that like all seed packets had, was that they have like the thing where it says like, you know, you can get this started indoors from April, like during April, and then you can plant it outside late April and into May, and then it'll all be flowering in July, August into September. I thought that was just how plant bags, seed bags, packets work, and I like it because it's you know, it makes the guesswork a little bit less. However, we have this cornflower packet that David and Elliot picked up, and it has a QR code on the back, and I'm kind of going, okay, I guess I'll scan the QR code and figure out what's going on with cornflowers. And it says scan code for more guidance. I scanned the code. I feel very unguided. The only thing it guided me to was Nelson Garden's homepage, and I don't know if I was supposed to keep searching from there, but I gave up and just regular Googled. Bailey, the heck? Anyway, so we've got cornflower, which apparently wants to be sown outside, sort of on the spot. And then we also have a mix of blue summer shades, which also includes cornflour, and something called the Nelson mixture, which says sow directly on spot as well in April or May, and it'll flower June, July, August, and September, which also has cornflower. We're gonna have a lot of cornflowers, but it's gonna be really, really pretty. So these all go direct outside. What we're gonna do is the sunflower seeds here in the tray, and then we're gonna do a mixture with some coffee grind and eggshells, because apparently tomatoes and lettuce and stuff really likes that. The eggshells tends to add a bunch of calcium and good stuff. I can't remember. My brain is totally spacing out. It tends to add a lot of good stuff. Oh, it lowers the pH. That's it. It lowers the pH of the dirt and stuff. So that's supposed to be good for the veggies.
The eggshell and coffee grind mixture that I sort of like to mix into the dirt when we grow stuff is a good alternative for us, I think, in regards to like composting would just smell too much because we have neighbors living so close by. But mixing all of this, probably could have done it with a handheld mixer to get it finer, but I like how it turned out. And then just mixing it up, blending it in with the rest of the dirt out there a little bit later.
I don't feel good. You wanna help? Okay, so this is compostable coconut fiber. So that's really cool. The reason that I was first a little bit about this is the plasticiness of it. And apparently you can just push the stuff out and reuse these. So it's not that bad for the environment since I will be able to reuse them. Here we go. So we're gonna do the sunflower seeds in the tray here and pop like 2 or 3 in, I think, per pod. I do want to do lettuce as well, but I think that I might wait with doing lettuce till I can sow it on the spot outside. So sunflower seeds are planted. I'm gonna go put some of the eggshell and coffee grinds out in the yard later, I think. But now I really need to rest. It's crazy how exhausted just sitting down and putting some seeds in dirt can be when you haven't been doing much of anything for 2 weeks. And I'm just totally out of spoons and knives and forks. We're working through all the cutlery, basically. Tomorrow is David's birthday, and then the day after that is Walpurgis night, or Valborg as we call it here in Sweden. And basically it's like, well, the night before May Day, like the last day of April. And a huge bonfire thing that we do in Sweden to celebrate that winter is out and spring is here and the return of light and all of that stuff. And I really love it. But I was thinking it was really interesting the other day. I was watching a YouTube video, and it was somebody that was talking about what they do for Walpurgis in Germany, because they celebrate it there too. And a lot of the traditions and things that they do were things that we here in Sweden do as well, but not for Valborg. We do it for midsummer, like it's our midsummer traditions, things like that, like the flower crowns and things like that. And I was thinking, I wonder why that is. But then I thought, it's probably because they're so much more south than us. So like if they do like flower crowns and things like that, 1st of May, we don't have that many flowers yet. So it's like the stuff that they do for 1st of May, a lot of that we do for midsummer, because at that point it's gotten warmer up in Sweden as well. I'm thinking that might be one of the reasons. I don't know. But I think it's a valid theory. Well, today, David and I are feeling better, but the kids are sick. We were going to go over to Mom and Dad's to do Valborg, but since they're sick, we're staying home. So because we are home and not at Mom and Dad's, we're picking up some snacks to make it a little special. What are you guessing?
Fish.
I think apple. Chicken. Chicken. David with his ambiguous seasonal outfit. Is it winter? Is it summer? We don't know. We also picked up some fun stuff for the yard for tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what time they light the bonfire close to us, because there's one like right down the street, and it would be nice to go just to sort of, I don't know, just sneak away for a little bit and just look at the fire. I like to watch things burn. When is it they bring the cows back?
Oh, I don't know.
I am so
It should be pretty soon.
I think so. Like it should be sometime in May. I love those like Highland cows that they have close to us. They're so cute. Elliot was really bummed out that we won't let him throw his old computer chair on the bonfire. That was the first thing he said this morning. He's like, "Awesome! I'm gonna throw my computer chair on the bonfire." I'm like, "No, you're not allowed to do that." That might be one of the reasons he's not interested in going anymore. Gugu is generally actually really sick, but Elliot's pretty okay. But no throwing furniture on the bonfire. It is sunset. I'm not quite sure what time the fire started. We kind of got stuck watching YouTube. But hopefully there's a little bit of blaze still going. Is it still burning?
Yeah. Some music.
So unfortunately, most of the fire had already burnt down because we were late, but Mom and the rest of the family at the big fire, they were in better luck. The fire close to where Mom and Dad live is really, really big, and I love that they have the torch procession that the scouts come with every year to light the fire. And there's obviously a ton of people, and it's a just huge festival feel.
I think that the thing that is the most fun with Valborg is that after a cold winter, it's been long, you haven't seen your neighbors in ages, and all of a sudden everybody's out walking, because it's kind of sort of the, well, obviously return of spring, but I don't know, things getting warmer-ish.
Yeah.
I am so tired of this. This ends now. The reason that I feel like I always sort of put off talking to the doctors, and I know that that's stupid because I should, is because it feels like it's always the same thing. It's like, okay, lots of painkillers, morphine, all kinds of stuff that I don't actually really want in my body. And then they put me on cortisone, which I don't like either, because it's like, It makes me super, super hungry. It makes me have a hard time sleeping. I get bloated. It's just, it's not fun at all. Oh, and the mood swings. It's not fun. So this week has been a ton of blood work and just all kinds of tests and things like that to figure things out. Heard back from some of it, and yes, there's some inflammation. So obviously a flare up. Some of the results haven't come in yet, but I need to do something about this, and I need to do as much about it as possible as I can do, if that makes sense. Because I just, I don't want to do the whole cortisone thing again. I know that so much of the reason why I don't feel good is related to obviously my health, but also my weight, because it has really skyrocketed since I got sick. And I need to do what I can do about it. So I guess you could say the journey begins now. I'd say today, but in the past few days. I need to lose weight, not because I don't feel beautiful, because I am, but because in loving myself, I also need to take care of myself. Well, it looks like the strawberries have done good. They've been able to get through the winter. I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe salad? Okay, this area needs to be moved over there, whereas where we used to have it. Kind of tried putting it under here, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. And the sofa area needs to be moved. Basically, everything needs to be moved.
It's a little bit of a time crunch. We can't put the cushions out because it's going to start to rain. So we'll just have to kind of place it where we want it to be, and wait for another sunny day. Okay, we have this little piece of yard that we're not using next to our neighbors. Bailey, inside. Right here, it goes to here. So we stopped building our deck there, so we're thinking taking the fence off and putting it out here, and next to the deck have the planter boxes so we can plant. So that's a project for another day, but I'm just going to grab one of those planter boxes and see if they fit here. So if we put them like this, right next to it, and the fence is going to be just right here, out here, it's going to be perfect. We can have the boxes right next to the deck. What do you think, Jess?
I mean, that would work. Bailey, what do you think? Inspection? I think it'll work. I just realized what it is. It's the rhubarbs. I really love these rhubarbs. How could I forget them? The cool thing with them is that they're originally from my grandmother's house before she moved to an apartment and then to a care facility and then passed away. So like they're originally from my grandmother's house, and when mom and dad bought their house, they took part of my grandmother's rhubarbs and planted them. And then when David and I got this place, we took a piece of that rhubarb. So it's like a third generation rhubarb, which is really awesome.
We've decided that we're redoing a bunch of stuff here on the back side of the house. And we're starting with this new, what do you call it? Like planter box, I guess. We're filling this one with lettuce, is the plan. And then in the one where we have the rhubarbs and the strawberries right now, putting down some beans in there as well. And we'll see. I'm thinking that we need to put down some more planters for tomatoes and stuff.
I am really hoping that we get some kick-ass sunny sunshine weather, because next week I really want to finish sort of a makeover on the backyard patio that we started on this week. If you guys do like these videos, make sure to click like and subscribe, and I'll see you back next week. Bye-bye.